Hi everyone, welcome from where it is that you're accessing this presentation. My name is Linzi Williamson. I am presenting this work on behalf of my One Health and Wellness team at the University of Saskatchewan. And so my conversation with you today will be about what's in it for the dog when we consider online therapy dog programming. So let's get started. The University of Saskatchewan closed access to its campus in March 2020 in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And prior to this, St. John Ambulance therapy dogs had been visiting the campus since 2015. The goal of the University of Saskatchewan Pause Your Stress Therapy Dog program is to offer participants feelings of comfort and support. The pandemic put students and staff at heightened risk of experiencing mental health concerns. In response, our team transitioned the therapy dog program from an in-person to online format. We designed content for participants to, 1, connect with therapy dogs and experience increased feelings of comfort and support, and 2, to increase their knowledge of pandemic-specific, evidence-informed mental health tips. So, for example, we partnered with the Canadian Centre on Substance Use and Addiction, as well as the Mental Health Commission of Canada, to design a resource which outlines how the connection between animals and humans can be beneficial to human health. Our online program highlighted what dogs can teach humans about health through their own care and daily activities. From April to June 2020, we developed a website and created Facebook live streams and pre-recorded videos that featured therapy dogs and handlers engaged in various activities. Over 3 months, a process and outcome evaluation determined that our activities contributed to the program's goals. Key lessons were learned, and these related to program personnel, handler training and support, as well as online expertise. However, there's a critical and lingering question, and that is, what's in it for the therapy dogs who transitioned online with their handlers? Acknowledging that humans and dogs engage in a reciprocal relationship in in-person contexts, this presentation critically reflects on dog-specific ethical considerations in the transition of our therapy dog program to a virtual format. I will note that our team strives to work from a one welfare framework that considers the welfare of both humans, animals, as well as the environment. Something else that I think is really important to note is that not every dog can become a St. John Ambulance therapy dog. There are very particular dog personality characteristics that are required, including a calm demeanor and love of people. The dogs and handlers are also required to go through rigorous testing to determine if they are well suited to public access contexts. The in-person version of our program has clear policies and procedures in place as well to ensure humans and animals are all safe and enjoying themselves. And this is really what having a positive welfare framework is all about. So in transitioning the program online, some of our considerations included the fact that these were working dogs that had lost their jobs. So a lot of them had lost some of the enrichment of their lives, as well as the social interactions and the physical touch that they engaged with many, many people throughout their days. We also considered the fact that dogs may have been uncomfortable with the technology, so having a phone or a computer screen in front of them, not all animals are comfortable with this. We also recognize that some handlers don't maybe see the signs of their dog's discomfort. Thankfully, all of the individuals that we work with are highly attuned and trained to interact with their animals. So we didn't necessarily see anything, but we were looking for that. We also realized that if this program goes back to an in-person format, once the pandemic has subsided, some dogs may require extra training when the program resumes to an in-person format. In particular, thinking about how humans have spent so much more time with their animals, so it's possible that some dogs may develop separation anxiety. In terms of managing these concerns, again, we adopted a very stringent one welfare framework. We also strive to be incredibly dog-centered. We also feel that in having the dogs engage in a variety of different activities in the videos that we were really showcasing the dogs as more complex and more fully well-rounded, rather than just having them engage with people, you know, in a social petting type situation. I mean, people got to see these dogs engage in lots of activities, including their grooming habits, their agility kind of activities, as well as them interacting with friends that they might have had. We as a team provided guidelines for our handlers, so again, very clear with them about what was expected, and gave them lots of choice in terms of what they were comfortable with and what their dogs would be comfortable with as well. Not everybody participated, so all of the St. John ambulance handlers that we engage with, not all of them chose to engage with this online format, and so we commend them for making a choice that worked well for them and for their dogs. We also noticed that the handlers seemed to be interacting more and maybe even differently with their dogs compared to when we were, engaged with them in in-person programming. So again, all of this, things to think about, but for the most part, I think that we can see that the dogs were overall, benefiting quite a lot more than we anticipated. And overall, we saw some pretty incredible program gains, including increased accessibility, allowing volunteers to keep their positions and keep on volunteering. We were able to broaden the activities that our program offers, and we were allowed to bring in more animals, so not just dogs. So overall, this presentation was meant to, offer up some thoughts and some answers, but I think overall this is going to be an ongoing conversation for us. So thank you so much for listening. Please check us out online. Take care.